I love coffee, and since I happen to be building a restaurant block in Bloxburg, I figured the perfect addition to the plot would be a coffee shop. So I spent the past 2 months planning, building, and redesigning the plot so I can do my favorite beverage justice. And I am so proud of the result. Also, as a bonus for you guys, since I haven't uploaded in those 2 months, my friend Zillin wants to renovate the cafe, so at the end of the video, I'll do a before and after tour. Now let's get brewing. I stopped recording and went ahead to finish the layout, which took 30 minutes, but I definitely didn't stick with my original plan because I didn't think there was enough space for the cafe area. Oh, this is such a strange shape. I might change it anyway. Wait, what? Wait, why is there a house on my road? Wait, why can't I get rid of it? How did this get here? I'm so confused. I thought you had to draw on the walkway to actually have something there. Why is a house, at least it's purple, but why is a house just here? Can I wash it away? What I don't know what happened there, but anyway, I changed the layout for the final time and started coloring. My vision for this building was to have a similar color scheme to a base I built in Minecraft with blocks like deep slate, spruce, and light blue terracotta. What is those awning things? How do you spell that? I had a whole segment last video that didn't make the cut of me messing up how to spell it. I eventually got it, but I didn't like how it looked, so I figured a custom roof would fit fine. And when I tell you I was thinking in Minecraft, I placed these structurals thinking they were wood logs. Adding fences to the balcony is essential because I don't want to be held liable for someone walking off. I am not about to get sued. Then I tried coloring the walls with a color code for deep slate, but I don't like that. So I just made it a really dark gray brick. Then I finished up outside by adding the doors, windows, and some more colors. The first section I decorated was the kitchen, since it always takes me the most time. Here, the issue was arranging things to have room for appliances, aesthetics, and workspace. When coloring the walls and floor, my goal was to have dark walls, which I was really excited for, but that died quickly because I was suffering with these counters. They kept clipping through the walls, but I figured it out and started decorating. Something I see a lot in coffee shops is a display of cups or bagged coffee roast things, so I made one of my own out of custom shapes. That's so stupid. Since there's a variety of foods and drinks I plan to serve, I strategically planned where to keep what appliance based on convenience. The cutting board is where the bread will be made since it's next to the oven. The coffee is brewed near the fridge, which would store the milk and syrups and such, and there's cups above. The espresso machine is hiding behind the display since it's huge and why not, and the tea is on the thinner counter because I ran out of space. I put some roses, a poster, tried adding lights, and returned to coloring. Since I wanted the coffee shop to be a reflection of me, I made the accent color one of my favorite shades of purple. So that and similar shades joined the color palette. I almost forgot about the menu, but there wasn't space for it, so I had an idea. You know how the menu sometimes hangs from the ceilings? I really wanted to add this, so I experimented a little and learned that structurals did the job perfectly. I'm like crazy. I'm scared I'm gonna mess up the measurements when I'm making these decals. My dad just texted me. So I'm trying my best to resize the domino one to match the other painting. So now I'm taking out a ruler to measure it. It's just under 3 inches. Guys, it is Friday the 13th. So not only does that mean it's that spooky day, but also Bloxburg updated today and they changed the pay thing back to what it was before. And the best part is, we got new items and they're made for a stage. Yeah, see, this is awesome because I wanted to make a park somewhere over there and I can use a stage for it. That's been in my ideas. I wanted to put a tiny outdoor stage area in the summer update because that's my favorite part. I think it's so cute. I really want to do that. After checking out the update, I colored the inside walls. As I mentioned earlier, I wanted dark walls, so I had to figure out how to do that without white lights so that it wouldn't look gloomy or industrial. Moving on, to make dine-in an option here, I had to choose the seating. Then, after settling on some plank-resembling furniture, I remembered to give the bathroom a door. For the chair's colors, I had considered using metal, but it looked horrible, so I just made a darker shade of brown and used the twisted wood texture. Next up, I made a bar table by the window again. I think I love making these so much since sitting on them makes me feel so cool, even though I know damn well I won't be having an alcoholic drink.
Yeah, social distancing who? That's awkwardly close.
It's also worth noting that space was a frequent issue here, whether it be with tables or entering the kitchen. But anyway, the next addition was another library corner. I'm so creative, guys, definitely not constantly reusing concepts from my past builds. But by another library corner, I meant only the furniture for now, because it's time for my tribute wall thing. But of course, I put a singular clothing rack and immediately got distracted by carpets. During this side quest, I colored them purple and fixed the boring roof situation. Now, about that clothing rack. I've been to a few coffee shops that aren't Starbucks, and some of them sell clothes, so I decided to as well. Anyway, now we're upstairs. First, I brought up some tables and placed a window. I wanted a smaller kitchen upstairs, so I basically brought the whole downstairs kitchen up. It looks the same, except for a few small differences, like a clipboard instead of sticky notes next to the cashier area. For the balcony, I considered using different chairs, but I thought it'd be best to keep it the same. Here, I wanted an aesthetic seating area, so I placed pillars, fairy lights, a table, and some chairs for now. I come back later, but I finished the bathroom first. I started with 2 stalls, but reduced it to 1 for moving space and a sink. Speaking of which, I forgot to add a sink in the kitchen, so I quickly fixed that.
Guess I do interior walls first. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. I was gonna add trims. How are we feeling that? I liked that. Wait, why do I like that so much more?
I returned to the accent wall to give it personality. I added a mesh board for Polaroids and a frame for my crown, and even swords, since those would hypothetically be my signature weapon if I was a hero or something. Or maybe a staff instead. I've been fixating on everything Batman related so much these past 2 months, I'm back to imagining hero AUs again. To finish up here, I added pillars and readjusted the decorations. Now, to thank for the people, I bought a bunch of small trees so that my customers can breathe better. Then it was time for the most frustrating and tedious experience I had this entire video. The entrance. I wanted planks on the walls like I made for the background in my Meet the Creator video, but of course, the placements were giving me hell. I spent 30 minutes trying to get it parallel to the wall, and I still don't know if it is or not. My sanity was slipping away. But then my friend Mel joined, and it was honestly a great interruption. As someone who's pretty routine-oriented, I'm always told that I should try and implement some change. I do try, but sometimes little mishaps like this are more beneficial than anticipated. So I guess that's a lesson for people like me that don't like change, to maybe relax a little if something unplanned happens. One very important thing about the decor was roses. Last build, vines were the signature plant, but this time it's roses. And I made some purple to match the color palette.
So as I usually do before I start recording, or like actually building and making content for the recording, I was scrolling through YouTube Shorts on my phone and I went to the place back there where I'm building the cafe. When I looked back at my screen, I was in this position, and look at the shine on the roof! My graphics are usually at like 1 when I'm recording, but that is so beautiful, bro! Okay, this definitely looks different. Why is that open? Okay, well. Okay, that wall looks so cool with graphics. Maybe I don't hate it anymore. You don't see that tree, by the way. That's crazy. I love it.
After this, I just do some finishing touches like picture frames, colors, and finally decorating the library corner. But I'll just skip over that since the footage kept freezing at this one rose frame when I was trying to edit it.
I'm adding character to this build by putting a scrapbook. The person has a purple cup. Oh my god, I made a scrapbook once for someone. I think I'll link the video where the scrapbook is in. Wait, maybe this scissors should be pointing the other way. Okay. Do we have a camera? Because this would be a really good place for photography if I make it look really aesthetic later on. What if I put this camera here, and then there's a photographer friend that sits over here, and then there's a scrapbooking friend over here. They're both creatives, and they work in yearbook. And then they come to the coffee shop, and what if they work here? They work at the coffee shop, they probably have like enemies that work over there. Or like a competing business, the bakery. Their enemies work at the bakery, so they have a rivalry. of who can make more money but also be cooler in school and whatever. I don't know. I'm rambling. Anyway. What? I didn't know we had that. Or I can put binoculars. They can spy. Am I going somewhere with this? I have an idea. I have such a good idea. They're spies. They're detectives. Oh my god. This story, it's progressing. I hate the blue pens. They're gonna write in red. No, it's gonna be black. Write with the blood of their enemies. This friend is being a spy, a detective. And this one is scrapbooking. Together, they work for yearbook. This one, I could be plotting. I don't know how I can make scrapbooking evil but not evil. This one is the photographer. The photographer for their yearbook thing. And then this one, like, is the designer? Okay, that's done.
From the start, I knew I wanted seating outdoors, so I made a custom fence to enclose the area and started on the floor. I wanted a withered cobblestone vibe, so after experimenting with a basic shape, I manually placed stones since it looked so much better that way. Although it's time-consuming and looks pretty busy, extra detailing is usually a good thing, and I am not about to erase all of this work. The footage froze again, but I kept a few tables and moved on to landscaping. Yet, I only managed to put 5 rose bushes before my footage froze once more. I seriously need to figure out why my footage keeps freezing. This happens too often. But, at least that's where I finished the building portion of this video. As you can probably notice, I already put up the decals. In fact, I'm actually about to open the cafe. But, let me get you up to speed first. I named my coffee shop Overlord's Espresso. Unfortunately, this time the name doesn't have any hidden or translated meaning, but what it lacks in title, it has in lore. You also may be wondering why the landscape looks a bit different. Well, I waited to do the decals until the fall update came out so I could add the new drinks to the menu as a seasonal special. Alright, now that that's done, I welcome you to the grand opening of Overlord's Espresso. I've spent so long on this build, I can't explain the relief and pride I feel to finally have it finished. But there's one more thing to do. Remember the cafe I mentioned earlier? It's been renovated, so now it's time for the before and after tour. Well, to tie it back to the intro, I guess the coffee's finished. What do you guys think about Overlord's Espresso? I think I did a great job with incorporating my Minecraft building style into this. I couldn't be happier. Regardless, thank you so much for watching. I have about 5 videos planned for the next 2 to 3 months, so the wait won't be as long this time. And also, I'm uploading the first video on my second channel in a week or two, where I showcase all of my unfinished projects, so look out for that. Okay, that's all. See you guys later. I wrote see you laters, guys. I wrote see you laters, guys, in my script. See you laters, guys. What the fuck?